This video will show you how to attach files to your notes in NoteScribe. With NoteScribe, you can attach a variety of files to your notes, including video, audio, images, spreadsheets, and many more. Let's go ahead and show you how to begin attaching files to your notes. First, let's click on a note. I already have one shown in my currently displayed notes list, so let's go ahead and double click that. Next, what we want to do is review the content that I have in this note. As you can see, I'm studying for the composition of a cell to remember the parts and identify them for a test. I have all the parts listed that I need to remember. So what I want to do is attach a visual image of this cell that I'll have for reference when looking at my notes. So attaching files in NoteScribe is rather quick and easy. So let's go ahead and get started doing that. The first thing we want to do is select Attach Files and then go to Add New Attachment. Next, we need to go to the location where our file is saved that we want to copy into NoteScribe. So for example, the file that I want to copy into my NoteScribe is located on my desktop. So I'm going to scroll down and locate cell structure and double click, and it's now in my attachments list. As you can see, this is a .gif file, which is an image file which NoteScribe recognizes. We have quite a big list of file types that NoteScribe will recognize the extensions of, and it'll tell you what kind it is, and it'll also put an image next to the file name. As you can see, we have a little picture of Saturn that'll display anytime you attach an image. So that way, the more images or the more files you attach to a note, you'll be able to recognize what they are just by looking at the icon that I'm going to show you here in just a moment. Also, we can change the title within the attachments window. Let's go ahead and drop the .gif from this, and you can see I've edited my title. Next, let's go ahead and hit OK. And from here we want to hit save. Make sure you hit save so that your files do attach. If you hit cancel, the attachment process won't finish. So we'll hit save, and as you can see, I now have a file attached to my note. So when I'm looking at my note and want to find out where the nucleus or the nucleus membrane is, all I have to do is scroll down and I can find the nucleus using a visual. With the files, or specifically with the images, you have the option of zooming in and zooming out. So in case your file is really small, you can make it enlarged, or if you over enlarge it, you can zoom back out. You can also move it side to side in case your whole image doesn't fit on your screen, and you can also hit the restore button to go back to the image's regular size and regular location. Let's go ahead and add a second file to this note, and we're going to go ahead and go back into the edit note window. Let's go to attach files and add new attachment. And this time I want to add a biology handout that was given to me by my professor. So we'll double click on biology notes handout, and as you can see, it has a different image than the image one next to it. It says document, which is representing that it's a Word document, and as you can see below, it shows a document file. Next, let's go ahead and drop the extension from the title, and we hit OK. And once again, we want to hit save to make sure that our attachment is saved. And as you can see, we have an icon that shows our file this time. Once again, we've copied a file from our desktop into our NoteScribe. So the file is still accessible on our desktop, but we can reach it more conveniently with it being inside of NoteScribe as well. If I were to double click this, it would open it up in Microsoft Word, which will save me the trouble of going to my desktop or my Documents or wherever to locate that file. So I have it right here in front of me along with my notes as I'm working on studying. Next, I want to show you how to make this image an icon like we have our biology notes handout. So let's go back into the attach files window and select the image. And if you scroll down a bit, you can see that we have display image as an icon here. Let's go ahead and check that, and I'm going to show you how it transfers the image from a full-blown image into just an icon. So we'll hit OK and hit save. And as you can see, my cell structure image is now shown the same way that my document image or document is shown. So with this cell structure image, Now, if we double click it, we can view it in a window outside of NoteScribe. It's still a NoteScribe window, however, it's a little bigger, and it's not in the same cramped space as the current notes list, so you can see the full image this way without having to worry about resizing it or anything like that. Next, I want to tell you a little bit about how you can extract files with NoteScribe. As I previously mentioned, when you put a file into NoteScribe, you're actually copying it. You're not actually moving a file off of your desktop or My Documents into NoteScribe, because the file will stay on your desktop or in your My Documents, wherever you store your documents, and it will also be shown in NoteScribe, so it's been copied. It hasn't been moved. So with NoteScribe, you also have the option of extracting or making a copy to your desktop or My Documents from NoteScribe. So if somebody were to send me notes, say for example they send me a note containing this cell structure image, and I wanted to put it on my desktop, I could do that rather quickly. All I have to do is right click and hit extract attachment. Now if I want to save it to my NoteScribe notes folder, I can go in here and click on NoteScribe notes, and I can click save, and now my file is accessible within NoteScribe and within my NoteScribe notes folder. So if I were to pull up my NoteScribe notes folder, you can see that my cell structure image is shown there as well. So I've made a copy from my NoteScribe to my NoteScribe notes folder. This will help in that if you don't have NoteScribe running and you want to use one of the images or audio files or video files that another NoteScribe user has sent you, you can access them without having to run NoteScribe. If you don't extract them, you'll only be able to access the files that you've been sent using NoteScribe. So that's basically how you do the attaching files and how you extract them, and I hope that you understand how it works as far as a copy being made from a desktop or My Documents and your NoteScribe works.